You're watching the third annual Apparel Challenge on News 12 Varsity as we welcome you to Christ the King Regional High School in Middle Village, Queens for a matchup of tri-state ranked teams as the Royals host the Wings of Wings Academy. Out of the PSAL, number one in the Bronx AA division, Wings Academy 11-1 on the season for Billy Turnage in his 11th season. And here is the starting five for the Wings. Boubacar Kamisoko, the team's second leading scorer, a 3-year varsity player. Joining Jose Perez, the leading scorer at 24 points a contest, to highlight the starting lineup for the team out of the PSAL. As for Christ the King, Joe Arbitello leading his alma mater for the 9th season. Their starting lineup features Jose Alvarado, the Georgia Tech-bound senior, first-team All-State and the reigning CHSAA MVP, playing in front of his home crowd in the 6th and final game of the third annual Apparel Challenge, which has featured 7 of the top 10 teams in New York City and the last 4 New York State AA Federation champs. And that's because Christ the King won in 2013 and 2014. Wings in 2015 took down the Royals. And now the rematch here early in 2017 to cap off a tremendous day of basketball. This is Jose Alvarado, 10 in white, as the Royals play on their home floor. Wings starting in a zone. Alvarado with 8 on the timer. Kofi Cockburn. Here's Wings. Joe Arbitello of Christ the King just before the game, when asked for keys, he said, try to win. When I asked him how he would do that, play hard and execute. Straight out of the coach's speak textbook. Perhaps it had to do with the proximity to game time, but nevertheless, a simple message from the 9th-year head coach. Turnaround miss by Cockburn. Harrison Hunt couldn't follow. Mo Namaga, the sophomore point guard. Jose Perez is at least thinking about it and now does launch from deep. Cleared by Jalen Davis. Alvarado with his head up. Following the likes of Kenny Anderson and Stephon Marbury, New York City guards, to head to Georgia Tech. Alvarado look away. Intended the whole time for Harrison Hunt, who misses the paint shot. No score here, nearly 2 minutes deep between recent Federation champs. Perez puts it on the deck. Davis another defensive rebound. Tyson Walker left it short. Alvarado wants it. He'll trigger from 3, no good. Still no score. We've played 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the opening quarter. And one opportunity for Equan Dason. Kofi Cockburn commits the foul. Dason can't complete the three-point play. Alvarado tries to turn the corner, but he gets held up. Fouls against Namaga. Dump off inside. Cockburn dropped it. Harrison Hunt helping him on the offensive glass. Perez spinning, hanging, and hitting. So Jose Perez helps Wings open up a 4-0 lead. Cockburn misses. Big key for Wings rebounding. Perez rips that one down. Kamisoko around to Perez, tees up a 3. It's 7 straight for Wings, showing confidence here on the road as Christ the King calls timeout. Joe Arbitello wants to talk things over for 30 seconds. Capacity is 1,700, not quite there, but fans on both sides of the floor. And when they open up both stands, that's certainly a good sign for what they expect in terms of capacity. Alvarado has his layup roll off the rim. Cockburn goes right up with it. Loose ball taken by Perez. He'll pull up for 3 and just off the iron. He liked it off of his hands. Alvarado shovels Walker. Nearly a follow slam for Harrison Hunt. And the Royals are still scoreless. Under 4 minutes to go, 7-0 in favor of Wings. Jose Perez with 5 of those points. Pass out of the post by Dayson, who has the other field goal. Set shot, in and out. Namaga is there for the offensive rebound as Rahman missed it. Wings just a little quicker to the loose ball so far in this first quarter. Second leading scorer, Kamisoko, earning the attention of Alvarado. Here's Perez. He's going to the line. Harrison Hunt picks up the personal, his first. .80 runs to start the game for Wings. Perez could only make 1 of 2. Baseline Davis, no. 1 and done. Kamisoko. With under 3 minutes to go, Christ the King is scoreless in the first quarter. Trying to change it in transition. Alvarado ahead of the field. So a steal and a score for Christ the King. Pull up, Namaga no good. Davis, another defensive rebound. He wants to push, nobody picks him up. Offensive foul. He hit the shot off glass, but it does not count. Jump ball, picked off. Here's Walker. Pull up, off the back of the iron, no. Cockburn tries to follow. Davis was there for the putback, but can't convert. Now it's Alvarado in the passing lane that knocks it away from Kamisoko. Under 2 minutes to go, and we saw this in the Jefferson Lachlan matchup that we just covered prior to this game, in which you could watch a full replay online. First quarter scoring was a struggle. Nice finish by Mo Namaga. Stifling zone so far, but Alvarado, I think, looking for the alley-oop. It was Cockburn that lost his balance. Also in as well. So a pair of 6'7" forwards coming off the bench. What a luxury for Joe Arbitello. But despite that luxury, his team is down 10-2. Alvarado pushing in transition and scores. He's got all 4 for the Royals. Both baskets coming in transition. Alvarado against Kamasoko. Perez pump fakes off of a 3 into a more difficult fadeaway 2, and Alvarado amongst the trees has the rebound. Perez slows him down momentarily. Walker lost the ball. Rahman. Kamisoko still scoreless. Perez picking up Alvarado full court. "15 seconds left. Walker will take it as Alvarado is marked by Perez. El Gamal, no. Underneath on the follow is Joseph. With 2.7 seconds left, Wings doing a great job all quarter to that point, clearing the defensive glass, but giving up a rebound there. Two seconds left, fired. Looked good for a while for Rahman. Great first quarter for Wings. They were up 10-2. They still lead by 5 though. Doubling up CTK on the road. 10-5 Wings. A first quarter lead at the 3rd annual Apparel Challenge on News 12 Varsity.
Jose Alvarado has converted the prestigious list of 1,000 points.
Between the first and second quarter, Jose Alvarado being honored with a commemorative basketball signifying his 1,000th varsity point. He had 4 in that opening quarter. His team trails 10-5. Dan Acevedo, our producer. I'm David Resnick in Middle Village, Queens. Walker lost control. It slipped out of his hands as he tried to go up with the left. Perez the trailer. Walker late to him, and Perez buries it. 8 in the first half. 7-point lead for Wings. Ranked 17th in our tri-state poll, right in front of Christ the King at 18. Joe Arbitello taking issue with his January ranking of his Royals. The 3 for Phillips, no good. Loose ball foul against CTK. Kofi Cockburn called for his second foul. Up and down for Mo Fofana, although it's a held ball called as Christ the King played good defense there with Jared Harrison Hunt checking back in. Kofi Cockburn is out as the roulette along the front line for Joe Arbitello continues. Perez, patient. Great body control in the finish. Jose Perez averaging 24 a game. He's got 10 already with 6:30 remaining in the first half. Catch and shoot for three. Harrison Hunt drains it. Perez does not have the answer. Alvarado has it knocked away from behind. Kamisoko had the steal thrown up to him, and then he traveled. Ripped away from Harrison Hunt. Battle for the loose ball and a jump ball. Possession arrow with CTK. Joseph immediately hounded on the catch. Air ball on the fall away. Nimaga has the rebound, and what a job by Wings clearing the defensive glass. Perez goes baseline, splits two defenders, and has a chance for three. What a first half for Jose Perez, as Christ the King does not have an answer. Second. There it is, the foul to Adam El Gamal. Perez completes a three-point play. Alvarado has the screen. Catch and shoot. Wide left. Kept alive by El Gamal. And going up strong, Jalen Davis. First foul against Mo Fofana, the 6'6" junior that plays out on the wing. Davis can't convert on the first free throw as Christ the King under Joe Arbitello, three-time Federation champs. 2010, 2013, 2014, five-time city champs, most recently in 2015. Five-time Brooklyn Queens champs, most recently in 2015 as well. And in that year, they had the chance to become the first team in New York State history to win 3 straight Federation titles. But Wings, winning their first ever city title in 2015, chopped down the Royals in the Federation final. Kamisoko nearly had the nice 2 off the crossover. Alvarado splitting the D, elevates to the rim. Pretty lay-in for Jose Alvarado. So Kamisoko on one end, couldn't finish from distance. Alvarado using his dribble to get to the rim. Perez facing the basket, can't answer. Battle for the rebounds. Brian Mitchell battling with Jalen Davis. Perez, off-ball movement, and he was found for the easy 2. He's got 15 of the 19 for Wings. The lead extends to 8. Harrison Hunt to the line. Midway through the second, empty trip for Jared Harrison Hunt. Wings jumped out to a 7-0 start. They have led wire to wire here on the road in the sixth and final game at the Apparel Challenge. El Gamal called for the goaltend. First points for Brian Mitchell. Ten-point lead. Walker has his dribble knocked away by the foot of Rahman. Wasn't an intentional kicking action, so not a kickball, just out of bounds. Alvarado pump fakes, drives baseline, misses the bunny, but the follow for El Gamal as he ripped down the rim but took his hand away from the cylinder. Timeout taken by Billy Turnage, a 1993 graduate of Andrew Jackson. His squad has an 8-point lead, 21-13, with 3:16 remaining in the half. Joe Arbitello imploring his defense to talk. Not a lot of chatter anywhere in this gym. Perez facing Alvarado, that's an air ball. Lucky that Kamisoko was there for the outlet. Hounded by Walker. Kamisoko spinning out of control, but nearly got it to fall. Tyson Walker behind the back. Walker into the paint. And an offensive foul. Thought it might have been a travel before the offensive foul, but Walker gets called for the player control foul. 2:35 to go, first half, 21-13, low scoring frame. Kamisoko still scoreless. Had a good look at the rim. Now the run out for CTK. Walker forced it inside. Wings has the ball. Alvarado intercepts from the foul line. Rattles down. He's got more than half of the output for Christ the King. He's got 8 of 15. The lead for Wings is 6 with 2 minutes to go. Perez was interested. Now he definitely is, and he drains it. 18 in the first half for Jose Perez. Alvarado look away to the corner. It's Davis all alone for 3. The way Alvarado can scan the entire floor is impressive. It was 9, but Davis answers the 3 from Perez. Second foul against Walker. 7th team foul against Christ the King. 1-1. Boubacar Kamisoko, a 3-year varsity player, was a sophomore on that PSAL winning team that featured DeJour Bowie and Jesse Govan. Davis hits another 3. So a 9-point lead is down to 3 after back-to-back triples by Jalen Davis. And that is now the 3rd foul against Tyson Walker. Christ the King took a risk, keeping Walker out there. Does not pay off. Kamisoko with his first point. It's been the Jose Perez show in this first half. 18 points to lead all scorers. Nearly outscoring Christ the King on his own in what is a 4-point game with a minute to go. Davis, long range two, and rattles down. Davis getting the start today and delivering in a major way. Davis with a season high 8 points. A travel. Shot clock off, 20 seconds to go. A look inside, El Gamal. And a foul committed by Brian Mitchell. Demonstratively does not agree with it. Christ the King trying to bounce back after giving up a second half lead on the road to Malloy just 2 days ago in a 78-67 loss to the Stanners. CTK with 2 league losses behind Malloy and Lockland. Kami Soko. That was impressive. He's had a couple of handles today that has been impressive, but did not result in any points. That time it did with the one-hand runner. A halftime lead for Wings. 27-26 over the Royals at the 3rd annual Apparel Challenge here at Christ the King. Christ the King was on a 10-2 run to close the half before Boubacar Kamisoko hit the shot in the paint to put the Wings back on top by 1. They had led wire to wire until that closing spurt by the Royals. As we welcome you back to Christ the King, 27-26. Wings with the lead. Dan Acevedo, our producer. I'm David Resnick. And Kofi Cockburn with his first points of the game puts Christ the King back on top as we really prepare ourselves for a back and forth second half. 7 straight points for Wings to start the game, led by 18 from Jose Perez. Offensive rebound and putback. There's Perez for an even 20. Joe Arbitello wants to see pace. Tyson Walker is stopped near midcourt, back on the floor with 3 fouls. Jose Alvarado more aggressive to begin the third quarter. He deferred quite a bit in the first half as he picked up his 1,000th career point. Kami Soko trying to get going. Left it short. Here's Alvarado. The delivery to Walker. Extra pass. Cockburn patiently lays it in. All started with Alvarado in the backcourt. He just cannot be sped up. Walker nearly had the steal. Kami Soko has the advantage. Goes right around the D for the lay-in. Kami Soko will be important in this second half if Christ the King starts to pick up its offense. Timeout called by Wings, trailing by 1. Billy Turnage calling timeout after the make. His team is coming off of a 63-54 victory over James Monroe to further distance itself from the rest of the Bronx AA fields. 32 points from Jordan Perez in that victory. Save to Nimaga. He gets it to Kami Soko. Kami Soko against Davis. Whips it out of bounds. Davis Some strong shooting in the second quarter brought Christ the King back. There he's facilitating to Harrison Hunt. The foul there against Omar Rahman. Jared Harrison Hunt with 4 points. He'll stay there. As a sophomore in the starting lineup, last year played freshman ball. His goals this season to be a role player and not so much a scorer, and playing good defense there. Davis finds Alvarado trailing, who weaves through the defense. Low bounce pass anticipated well by Jordan Bryan. Perez traveled. Nice spin move for Cockburn. Pinned down his defender. 4-point lead for CTK. Largest for the Royals. Perez is trapped. Kamisoko around Cockburn, but short. Walker dribbled it off of his leg. Stagnant offense here for Wings. 13 on the timer. Perez trying to create. Puts an off-balance shot up off the rim. Alvarado sees the trailer and a foul. Cockburn, also a sophomore. Grew up in Kingston, Jamaica. Predictably, first sport was soccer. But then he stopped playing because of a growth spurt at 9 years old. Played basketball growing up as well, was a point guard, and then he shot up eventually to now standing at 6'11". Wings having trouble, then Perez missed a three, wanted a foul on the release. Alvarado throws it up to the rim. Don't know if that was a pass attempt that got deflected. Foul called against Perez. That's his third. Perez rarely shows emotion, but did so there. Tyson Walker at the line, coming off of a 27-point effort in that loss to Malloy. (37-31). 11-4 quarter so far for Christ the King. Alvarado got his hand on the pass, but it does bounce all the way to Mitchell, and then the acrobatic finish. Alvarado twisting in midair to find Walker. Walker held scoreless in the first half. Now with 4 points, lead is 7. Easy rebound for Harrison Hunt. Walker deep. Three is short. Kami Soko grabs the long rebound, goes straight to the rim and easily puts it in. 5-point game. Alvarado nearly made it an 8-point contest. Defense optional in this series. Too much on the pass from Mitchell. Royals up by 5. Led by 7 in this quarter. Alvarado speeds. El Gamal missing the layup. Ball batted around. Kami Soko. Nice transition layup with Harrison Hunt bearing down on him. Harrison Hunt spinning and then bumps into Mitchell. 3-point game after Kami Soko's transition layup. You could see the poise from Kami Soko, knowing that Harrison Hunt was tracking him down and still made the layup. Alvarado going to the line. The player doing a lot of subtleties on the field, on the court, I should say. Hodges coming in with 1:29 to go. Replacing Harrison Hunt, so CTK going small here with 1:29 to go in the third. Empty trip for Alvarado, and then El Gamal touched it in the cylinder. Easy walk for Kami Soko up the floor. Met at half court by Phillips Joseph. Inside to Mitchell, who took the contact from El Gamal. Just the first foul committed by CTK in the quarter. Royals lost Kami Soko, then he gets his own miss. Kami Soko dribbling in tight quarters, can't finish. Still alive and taken by Joseph. Alvarado whips it, and the lay-in. Jonathan Lemartine seeing his first action. Set up nicely by Alvarado. With another move with great sleight of hand. El Gamal with the block of Rahman. Three is short. Jalen Murray, no, but he tracks his own miss. And a reset for Wings here with 12 seconds to go. Jordan Bryan called for the offensive foul, setting the screen. Could have gone either way as about 4 players converged on a spot. 8.3 seconds to go in the third. Royals by 5. Three seconds left. No good for Hodge. And no follow to be had. Christ the King started quickly here in the third quarter, and they take the lead into the fourth. It's 42-37. The Royals over the Wings. Dan Acevedo is our producer. I'm David Resnick, and we are both at Christ the King for the 6th and final game of the 3rd annual Apparel Challenge. Hosted by Christ the King, and the Royals are beating Wings 42-37. Perez, corner, 3. had to sit a portion of that third quarter after picking up his third foul. He's got a game-high 23 points. Just a 2-point game. Cockburn backing his way down, no. Davis off glass. Jalen Davis has been tremendous in the rebound department. No deflection. Christ the King ball. Cockburn recovers and dragged his foot. Perez again beyond the arc. His second three-pointer of the fourth, pulling his club to within one. And a turnover as Harrison Hunt stepped on the sideline. So Mitchell, Kami Soko, Namaga, Bryan, and Perez, the five on the floor. A small lineup for Wings without Dason out there. Perez backing down Alvarado, draws the double team and trying to pass out of it. It was picked off. Davis, Alvarado, Harrison Hunt, Cockburn, and here is Walker. A three. All 7 of Walker's points in the second half. 47-43. Like Kami Soko for Wings, Walker a much better second half. That's an air ball. Bryan picks up the foul, team 7th. Christ the King has only committed 1 foul in the second half, and Billy Turnage taking the opportunity to point that out to the 3-man officiating crew. Both teams attacking the rim, so a bit surprising to see the difference in that category. Bryan comes up with it, dribbling around to wait for a guard. Davis guarding Kami Soko. Perez works off of a screen and drills a 3. Alvarado got caught up on the screen from Fofana. Perez has 29. Back to a 1-point game. Wings couldn't control. 9 points in the fourth for Perez. 3 of 3 from beyond the arc and 29 points overall. Davis, step back, swish. Tough shot for the sophomore. He's leading the Royals with 12. Alvarado with 10. Alvarado tightly guarding Perez. Foul is called. Alvarado's first foul. Perez fires from 3, his first miss of the 4th. Bryan had the rebound, but he stepped on the baseline. Thought there might have been a foul call against CTK, not the case. Midway through the 4th. It was a 5-point lead at the start of the quarter. Walker got all the way to the rim but couldn't finish. Just a 3-point game with 3:45 to go. Cockburn jumped over Dayson, never made contact on the pump fake, and so Dayson just waits and lays it in. Cockburn goes up for the alley-oop, and Bryan at 6'3" has played some major minutes on the back line. Into Cockburn. Right into Dayson, no good. Harrison Hunt has the offensive rebound, tries the reverse, gets it again. Still battling for it. Harrison Hunt goes up and fouled. So a sequence there for CTK showing its size advantage with the 6'6" Harrison Hunt. The 6'11" Cockburn. .50-48 on the made free throw. Just a 2-point spread, a chance to tie or take the lead. Kamisoko defended well by Davis and pushed all the way out to the perimeter. Kamisoko with the runner, and we're tied at 50. Double figures for Kamisoko. Alvarado has it with 2:38 to go. Inside, Cockburn. He dunks with authority. Back to a 2-point lead. Hand check against Davis. Timeout Wings. 52-50, 2:19 remaining. Billy Turnage drew up a play. It wasn't that. 2-on-2. Alvarado finishes +1. Alvarado nearly perfect in transition. Billy Turnage has a look of disappointment on his face after that turn of events. Potentially a 6 or even 7-point swing with Alvarado knocking down and completing a 3-point play. You could get 4 on a possession, so potentially 7, and Alvarado looking for more of the steal, and nearly the acrobatic finish as Kamisoko reached in to prevent a shot. So Alvarado with a 3-point play. Alvarado with a free throw. That's now 4 in a row. Wings had the ball down by 2 at 52-50 out of a timeout. They've turned it over on 2 straight possessions. Perez, catch and shoot. It's an air ball. Inside positioning, Jordan Bryan has the rebound and put back. It's a 4-point game with 90 seconds to go. Alvarado driving into the paint. Jump ball. Possession arrow favoring Christ the King. Fortuitous arrow as Alvarado is trapped. Whips it. Gets it back. Tees it up from 3 and hits. 7 straight for Jose Alvarado. Christ the King calls for time, and their star has shown up in crunch time. Alvarado with the last 7. And a 7-point lead, 59-52. Aquan Dason is going to the line after the foul by Alvarado. Seems to factor in on every play here. Beg your pardon, baseline out. Alvarado with 8 at halftime. 9 total in the second half, 7 in the fourth quarter. Kamisoko off the scramble, no good from 3. Namaga attacks the basket, in and out. Still alive, Kamisoko gets hit, no call. Ball still loose, Namaga, no good. Kamisoko in traffic. Dason underneath, no good. Dason, good stroke. Some offense-defense substitution. One of 2. Davis grabs the rebound. And then a foul. Allen makes both. It was 52-50, Wings ball. They call timeout with 2:19 to go. A 9-3 run for CTK to close it out. Tyson Walker dribbling away from traffic. 10 seconds to go. And Wings will fall on the road and call off the Dogs. They concede a 61-53 loss. It's an 8-point win for Christ the King after the Royals gave up the first 7 points of the game. Jose Alvarado clutched down the stretch, scoring 7 straight after it was just a 1-possession game. Christ the King caps off the 3rd annual Apparel Challenge with a 61-53 victory over Wings. 61-53 the final. Christ the King over Wings in a battle of tri-state ranked teams. Jose Alvarado joining us post-game. Down the stretch, 7 straight from you. When Wings pulled to within 2, how'd you close it out?
I mean, I just wanted to play my game, and it finally clicked. My shots was finally falling, and it just felt good.
They scored the first 7 points of the game. It's early, so there's still plenty of time to come back. But what's the thought at that point?
I mean, since I'm the only senior, we've been through a lot of situations like that. I just told them to keep your head up, a lot of time in the game, and just keep on playing, and we'll be fine.
You registered your 1,000th career point with Christ the King. How do you sum up your Royals career to this point?
Hey, man, that was a great accomplishment. Finally going on that 1,000 list. A lot of good players on that. A lot of NBA players on that. So let's hopefully I'm going in the right direction.
No question. 8-4 now on the season. Give us the state of the union of Christ the King.
Hey, man, I want the city, and I'm trying to go for it, and we're just going to keep on fighting win by win.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Jose Alvarado, the senior, a milestone night, and he closes it out with strong play in the fourth quarter and an 8-point victory for the Royals over the Wings. For our producer, Daniel Acevedo, I'm David Resnick. Thanks so much for joining us on News 12 Varsity as Christ the King takes down Wings at the 3rd Annual Apparel Challenge.